All right, we are both live on Facebook and YouTube. Hello, everybody. My name is Michael Music. I am reading Think and Grow Rich. So, what's happening right now? Right, we're reading Organized Planning, and it's a longer chapter, so it went a little bit over the normal week. But what I wanted to do to wrap up the chapter on organized planning was to go over an inventory assessment of ourselves. So, what I want to ask you is it's basically a self analysis questionnaire for personal inventory. And this is on page 177 in the book I'm reading. And I would highly recommend that this be something you go over year after year, maybe even every few months or so. Uh, to see where you are since the last time you asked yourself these questions. And if it's your first time, then that's fine too. Um, okay, cool. So I'll just give you a brief intro on what he's talking about, so that you can hear from Napoleon Hill. He says, analysis or annual self-analysis is an essential in the effective marketing of personal services, or as in annual inventory and merchandising. Moreover, the yearly analysis should disclose a decrease in faults and an increase in virtues. So what are we doing this for, right? You can't grow what you can't measure. So we're kind of measuring ourselves by asking these deep hitting questions. And the idea is, okay, like, did I grow since the last time I asked myself these questions? Um, One goes ahead, stands still, or goes backward in life. One's objective, one's object should be, of course, to go ahead. Annual self analysis will disclose whether advancement has been made, and if so, how much. It will also disclose any backward steps one may have made. The effective marketing of personal services requires one to move forward even if the progress is slow. And he says your annual self analysis should be made at the end of each year so you can include in your New Year's resolutions any improvements which the analysis indicates should be made. Take this inventory by asking yourself the following questions and by checking your answers with the aid of someone who will not permit you to deceive yourself as to their accuracy. All right, so now we're gonna hop into the questions. That was just a brief intro. Basically, he's saying, okay, like once a year, around New Year's time, is a good place to start. Go over the self analysis questions, right? Treat this book not so much just as a book you read once and then you're done with it. Treat it as something you go over this over and over and over again. Okay, so let me just dive right into it. He says, number one, have I attained the goal which I established as my objective for this year? And in parentheses, it says, you should work with a definite yearly objective to be attained as a part of your major life objective. Okay, so far this year, have I attained the goal which I established as my objective for this year? All right. Two, have I delivered service of the best possible quality of which I was capable, or could I have improved any part of this service? Did I give the best possible quality of service which I was capable, or could I have improved any part of this? Number three, have I delivered service in the greatest possible quantity of which I was capable? Right? Did I reach the most amount of people with the service that I was capable of reaching? Four, has the spirit of my conduct been harmonious and cooperative at all times? Five, have I permitted the habit of procrastination to decrease my efficiency, and if so, to what extent? So, to what extent did I permit the habit of procrastination to decrease my efficiency? Have I mastered procrastination this year? Number 6, have I improved my personality? And if so, in what ways? So, in what ways have I improved my personality? Have I been persistent? This is number 7. Have I been persistent in following my plans through to completion? Okay, so first, did I make plans? Second, did I follow them through to completion? Number 8, have I reached decisions promptly and definitely on all occasions? Okay, so this one hurts. Have I made a decision because I know what I want, or did I wait on a decision until ultimately I had to do it, right? Am I waiting too long on some decisions right now? That was number 8. Okay, number 9. Have I permitted any one or more of the 6 basic fears to decrease my efficiency? Have I permitted any one or more of the 6 basic fears to decrease my efficiency? So, what are the 6 basic fears, right? Fear of poverty, fear of ill health, fear of death, fear of old age, fear of loss of love, and what's number 5? Oh, and fear of criticism. So, have I let any of these fears decrease my efficiency? 10. Have I been either overcautious or undercautious? 11. Has my relationship with my associates in work been pleasant or unpleasant? If it has been unpleasant, has the fault been partly or wholly mine? Okay, number 12. Have I dissipated any of my energy through lack of concentration of effort? Number 12 says, have I dissipated any of my energy through lack of concentration of effort? So, another way to put it, have I been getting distracted while I know that I had work to do? Have I been letting myself get distracted during those time periods? 13. Have I been open minded and tolerant in connection with all subjects? Have I been open minded and tolerant to all subjects? 14. In what way have I improved my ability to render service? Okay, so over the past year, in what way have I improved my ability to render service? 15. Have I been intemperate in any of my habits? So, what does intemperate mean? And have I been intemperate in any of my habits? 16. Have I expressed either openly or secretly any form of egotism? Okay, so have I been egotistic in any way, any form of it, out with friends and people, or even when I'm by myself, have I kind of had an ego? Number 17, has my conduct toward my associates been such that it has induced them to respect me? Has my conduct toward my associates been such that it has induced them to respect me? Have I been treating others with respect? 18. Have my opinions and decisions been based upon guesswork or accuracy of analysis and thought? Have my opinions and decisions been based upon guesswork or accuracy of analysis of thought? Number 19. Have I followed the habit of budgeting my time, my expenses, and my income? And have I been conservative in these budgets? So, do I budget, my time, my income, my expenses? Uh, am I planning ahead financially for the future? Number 20, how much time have I devoted to unprofitable effort which I might have used to better advantage. So, how much of my day, on average, have I been devoting to unprofitable effort, right? Like wasted time. And how much has this added up over the past year? Number 21. How may I rebudget my time and change my habits so I will be more efficient during the coming year? Okay, so is there a better way to use my time? Am I using it in the best way, or is there always some way better? And and how can I rebudget my time and change my habits so that I'll be more efficient during the coming year? Okay, number 22. Have I been guilty of any conduct which was not approved by my conscience? Have I been guilty of any conduct which has not been approved by my conscience? What does this mean? Right? Let's say someone did something pretty serious in terms of like legal, in terms of the law, and they got in trouble. And, one thing, let's say it was like a child, one thing the parent will ask the child is like, okay, so why did you do that? Like, it's wrong, but why did you do it? And the child will go, I don't know. Right. So what's that say? Was he operating with his conscious thought, or was his subconscious thought taking over? Did he get emotional about something and do an action that has bad consequences attached to it? So it's like, have I been guilty of any conduct which has been not approved by my conscience? All right. So understand, this is where the importance of the conscious and the subconscious come into play. 23. In what ways have I rendered more service and better service than I was paid to render? So, in what ways did I go the extra mile to render service? 24. Have I been unfair to anyone? And if so, in what way? Have I been unfair to anyone? And if so, in what way? 25. If I have been the purchaser of my own service for the year, would I be satisfied with my purchase? If I've been the purchaser of my own services for a year, would I be satisfied with my own purchase? So let's say you're selling something, right? If you put yourself in your customer's shoes, would you be satisfied with what you just bought? Okay, 26. Am I in the right vocation? And if not, why not? Am I in the right vocation? And if not, why not? 27. Has the purchaser of my services been satisfied with the service I have rendered? And if not, why not? So, are my customers satisfied with the service that I provide them? Okay, and finally, 28. What is my present rating on the fundamental principles of success? And he says in parentheses, make this rating fairly and frankly, and have it checked by someone who is courageous enough to do it accurately. So there's this part called the QQS formula. It's quality plus quantity of service rendered. Oh, no, never mind, never mind. This is something different. 28. What is my present rating on the fundamental principles of success? So, what are the fundamental principles, right? Each one of these chapters is a principle in itself. You got desire, faith, autosuggestion, specialized knowledge, imagination. Now we're on organized planning. What's next? I think what's next is, okay, so then decision. Then you got decision, persistence, and more like the brain, the mystery of sex transmutation. So where do you fall on each of these principles that he presents in this book? Because understand, it's not just the book itself. It's that these are principles. These are ways of living, right? So can you follow this book and rate yourself? So that's pretty cool stuff. I'm gonna leave it like that, just because I just want to have a conversation now about the questions that we asked. So, what questions hit you interestingly? Like, what did you learn? What did you like about the questions that were asked? What were some things that you saw that you were like, okay, I actually understand that I'm not improving so much on this area of my life. Now, how can I make that change so that moving forward, I actually am? This was the hardest one right off the bat. Have I attained the goal that I set out to obtain this year? Like right now, as I'm doing this live, it's September 2022. Have I obtained the goal that I set out to obtain this year? And then he says, have I delivered the best quality? Have I delivered the best quantity of services that I was capable of delivering? I thought that was good stuff. Now, the first few are actually very, very deep. So, 7 was, have I been persistent in following my plans through to completion? Right? Do I have plans? Am I following them through to completion? And am I continually improving the plan as I go along? Or did I just throw the plans away, be like, screw it, it's not going to work? Right? There's a difference in the results between the two. And then number 8 was also great. Have I reached decisions promptly and efficiently on all occasions? Have I been like, yes, no, oh, like right off the bat, like I know what I want. Have I been uh, pretty articulate in what it is that I want and gotten my definite purpose to make these decisions off the bat? Or do I not know what I want and I'm sort of going along with whatever life throws at me? So those were some of my favorite. Yeah, yeah, I'll leave it at that. That's pretty much what I'm thinking with the book. So this was Think and Grow Rich. I'll wrap it up there. I want to leave it open for anyone that has any thoughts. Drop your comments down on the questions that hit you the hardest and see, like, okay, what can you do about this now that you understand, like, okay, I asked myself this question. I'm not where I said I would be. I'm not where I want to be, but how can I move forward from here? Right? Like at the end of the day, we start right here, right now. Now, how can I move forward and make sure that whatever question I was asked, I have a better answer next time that I ask the same question. So that's that. Gonna leave it here. All right, peace out. See you, YouTube. Have a good one. Oh shit, I forgot to say. Until we meet again in time and space, everyone. I will be going live Monday through Friday. So catch me there, and bye for now.